I really need to get a lift table. Hello my friends, I'm Buck Weezer and welcome to another video with Buck's Small Engine DIY on YouTube. This is the channel where we put the do into do-it-yourself. Today I want to tackle a common oil leak that manifests itself quite frequently on Honda lawnmower engines. Does that sound like something that might interest you? Well then stay tuned and I'll see you right after our 7-second theme song. What I found is so interesting, and this is true of many Honda lawnmowers, you know, they machine the engine to have a seal. They actually have a part with an assigned part number that is the seal, but when it comes to assembling the engine, they don't install the seal. So we're going to do that after the fact, and I hope that this is helpful in cleaning up and solving this leaking governor shaft oil seal. There's my buddy Niko. He likes to hang out with me here at the shop. You whining about something, little Neek? He must belong to a neighbor because it's just a really, really nice cat. But I like it when he comes to hang out with me. Alright, so here we have, let's zoom in there and hopefully you'll be able to see what we're going to do here. And I don't think it's going to be too terribly complicated, but this is our governor shaft. And the throttle linkage connects to the top of it. We got a spring here at the bottom. And it bolts on to this bracket bolts on right here. So you might, we've got the fuel line here. I don't think that's going to be in our way. If it is in your way on your machine, you might want to just temporarily move it out of the way. But I think we'll be okay for now. So we're going to take off this spring, and it looks like a 10 millimeter wrench will take this off, and we'll be able to get this arm off and move it out of the way so we can access the shaft and the seal that goes behind it. Loosening. Alright, so by tightening this bolt, it clamps down on the governor shaft. I might need to slide something in there to kind of pry it open a little bit so I can get it off, get that arm off. There we go. So he slides off, and probably disconnect the linkage up here just so I can completely move the arm out of the way. There's the wire. And there's the throttle linkage, and now I can just slide this guy out of the way. I guess I'll clean him up before we reinstall it later. Alright, so I'm going to clean this up too. And then you'll see we've got this retaining pin that holds the governor shaft there in place. And then we'll have to be careful once we pull this retaining pin out because we don't want it to slide back into the engine. That would make for a bad day. Hello, Neek. That's Niko. He's the resident shop cat. All right, it's a little nicer. So you can see you got a big space in there. You could use a seal, but there really is no seal, is there? No seal. So I'm gonna pull the pin out, but I got a pair of vice grips here on the end. Hang on to it for me. And I can pull the pin out like so and keep him. Oh, vice grips fell off. Be careful. All right, so you can see right in there, at least I think you can. You got space for a seal, but there is none. So let's get the seal and see if we can slide it over that shaft and press it into that cavity. So there's the seal. It's a genuine Honda part. And here's the number if you want it. And I'm going to put a little bit of oil on it just to lubricate it, and then we're going to carefully slide it onto that governor shaft. Alright, we'll do this carefully. Probably won't be able to see it too well. Alright, so I got it started. Grab this with some needle nose and push it forward. Probably seeing nothing but the back of my hand, right? So there it is, right at the opening. I'm going to try these vice grips again. And then I'm going to carefully press it up into place with something. I think that's about it, really. Doesn't seem to be going any further. Alright, I put it in as far as it seems to want to go, and it's like flush with the top of that opening. So hopefully I can get the retaining clip back on there. There we go. Seal in nicely, and also the shaft. So once we put the arm back on and clamp it down to the governor shaft, then we don't have to worry about it sliding into the engine anymore. All right. Make sure it's still has a little bit of play. Okay, just a little bit, which is about right. Okay, good. Let me clean up that arm and then we'll reinstall that. I have carefully connected our throttle linkages here at the top, so now we're going to carefully slide the arm back onto the shaft. There we go. All right, so we're going to tighten this up, but you got to get it. You got to get it just right. So you need to be able to grab the end of the shaft, which we're going to do with the channel locks, and you're going to want to turn it all as far as it'll go clockwise, like that. Okay, so with it all the way clockwise, hold it there. Then we can tighten down this guy. I know you can't see nothing but the back of my hand, right? Let's see if that's it. I think we got it. So the shaft doesn't move that much. And we'll also reconnect our spring down here. And one last. All right, I think we did it. And that should be good to go now. And that should keep it from leaking and getting grease, oil, dirt all over the engine. So it wasn't too hard of a fix. And I think we're done. It's just a matter of trying it out. That's it, we're done. Pretty easy little fix, and I'm glad we were able to do that. It was not a complicated project, but I appreciate you joining me on it. You got to meet Niko, the shop cat. That was fun. Your comments and questions in the discussion below are always appreciated, so if you want to drop me a note there, I'd love to hear from you. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Remember, only you can put the do into do-it-yourself. See you on the next video. Bye. Hey, Neeks. Say bye, Neeks. Okay, that's Squeaks. That was Squeak was Neeks. Bye.